Alright, hello, welcome to another video about Marvel Rivals, and obviously, that's just what this channel is about. I make videos on Marvel Rivals, if you didn't know that, welcome to the channel. So today, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about support players and the support role, and why it's the strongest role in the game, and why this causes issues in, like, everyone's, like, view of the game. Like, when I meet, first of all, this video was originally going to be a role queue video, right? It's going to be like why it just wouldn't work in the game, right? And why it's just stupid to just go to role queue when you have an issue with something, right? I chose not to do that because that video would have been made out of anger and frustration, and I just needed more. Actually, you know what? I am going to make that video, actually, because even thinking about it, it makes my gears grind like I'm a 40-year-old steam engine. But anyways, my name is Celty. I play Rivals, and first things first, why is support the strongest role? They have the strongest kits. Just straight up, they have the strongest kits. In like the entire game, basically most of the supports have like the strongest kits in the game. They just do. So you have characters like Luna Snow with Snowflake, Clap, and her ultimate, easily one of the most loaded kits in the game. And I want to preface this by saying, I like when characters just have strong kits. I do. I think that's more fun than weaker kits all around the board. I like Rivals' choices to do that, but it's objective that support still have the strongest kits, right? Invisible Woman, Shield, piercing healing things, healing energy things she throws out. One of the best team-ups in the game with the Fantastic Four. And the psionic thing she throws out. Oh, and her ult slows you, so it's not like her ult sucks. It's just the worst out of like all of them, but it's still a really good ult, right? Cloak and Dagger, they have Fade, they have Terror Cape, they have the Healing Wall, one of the best ults in the game. Loki, Rune, that's all I have to say about him. So yes, all of their kits are just extremely loaded, and it gets to the point where we're finding this out now, that when you give all of these characters extremely loaded kits, as well as the most important ultimates in the entire game, they can run every lobby, and they are the reason you win or lose games most of the time. Because they can make plays themselves, they can prohibit plays too. That is the best way I can describe it. They make plays and they can also prohibit plays. And this is kind of why it's so frustrating to play with and against these supports, is because you can play DPS or tank, which tank has no playmaking ability aside from like a few of them. But like Venom can't make no plays, man. What are we doing? But anyway, it's so frustrating to play against them because supports, they can do both. Either they react to you and it's like, okay, or they can also be proactive and be like, now you have to react to us. And the only way to react to a support ult is usually with another support ult, or with a Mag ult, or an Iron Man ult, or a Hawkeye headshot. But again, those are skill shots and actually require some semblance of ability to play the game. And that's why it's so frustrating, because DPS, you can't be proactive and reactive. It's either one or the other. Either you're waiting for a support ult to be used, and if it's a good support, they're not going to just randomly use it, or you can use the ult and get reacted to. So you can either hope the support is proactive, or you can hope they're reactive. It really just depends on what's going on in the game at the moment. There is no playmaking for the DPS, unless you want to consider wasting a support ult to play, which I guess you can at like higher levels, but like, so they basically just control the entire flow of the game. Like they control it pretty much entirely, if you really want to be like that. Obviously I don't mean it in like, oh, they can just take space. No, they can't do that. Like, the game's not that like bad, but they can really affect the flow of the game. They can slow it down with their ultimate. Actually, we're going to get into that next, with their ultimates, and they can speed it up with their ultimates too. Like, they really can. They can do both of these things. They can do it better than some things can. I'm just saying, I wouldn't not want a tank on my team, but like, if I had to choose between 3 supports and 1 tank, I'm gonna choose 1 tank. But that's a joke. I'm actually gonna choose 2 tanks. But yeah, let's talk about their ultimates, because this has been not a problem, but a pressure point to the game since release. And I'm gonna preface this by saying, I'm not looking at Rivals through the lens of Paladins or Overwatch. I'm looking at Rivals now through the lens of Rivals. Like, it's been like, what, 9 months? We can look at Rivals through its own lens now. Like, I don't need to compare this game to Overwatch in every discussion video I make. But the ultimates in this game, compared to Overwatch, completely different. Compared to Paladins, completely different. They're 3 different games, right? I'm not ever going to get mad at Rivals for having different support design, right? You can be like, one's better, one's worse, whatever. That's called opinion. But I can tell you, these support ults are very much the most powerful ults in the game, just as well as their kits. These characters are overloaded with so much bacon, it makes your sandwich taste terrible. Now, Mantis has an ultimate, right? And she can speed boost, and she gets so much overhealth that Magneto, once her ultimate is like done, do just like animation, really quick animation, Magneto can't one-shot her. Hawkeye can't one-shot her, right? It's like that. And I'm pretty sure if Luna's Snow ult and she still has her armor, which she should not have, and if Hawkeye or Mag hit her in the head in case of Hawkeye, she doesn't die. Like, that is the issue. Cloak and Dagger should have armor, not Luna, because Cloak and Dagger are moving in one straight line. Like, I could understand if Cloak and Dagger had armor on their ultimate in like season 1 or 2. I could understand that because it makes sense. Okay, they're just walking, they're going in a line. But Luna has free roam and ability on her 3D plane of space to go anywhere she wants with armor. And again, I'm not going to say this is bad game design or whatever, but I am going to say maybe if most people don't enjoy it, maybe you should change a few things. Like, in my opinion, Mantis, they made Mantis a worse healer because they took away what made her special, right? In this gameplay, you can see that, like, I'm not just healing with Mantis. I am constantly taking, like, an off angle and poking at the enemy team, right? That used to be Mantis's specialty. She used to heal a lot less, but she could do damage, and she could fight for off angles and take them. That was her whole thing. She had the speed boost and everything. They, in season 1, changed that completely. She is now a glorified heal bot. I mean, obviously, she can still off angle because she is, like, designed to get headshots. Like, that's how her character works. She is designed to be a lot more aggressive. Like, you can't just change that with a few numbers nerfs. But that is an issue I have. So I would get flank Mantis back if they nerfed her ultimate and it didn't heal. Like, if her ultimate gave a speed boost and refreshed all your teammates' abilities within her circle, I'd be completely fine with it. I wouldn't even see that as a nerf. I would see that as putting her back to, like, her niche was in season 1 and 0, honestly. And, like, it makes me wonder, like, if we're gonna stray away from these DPS support hybrids, how can you ever release Ultron? Because, okay, well, I want to preface this by saying, in my opinion, Ultron is the second worst designed character in the game, right after Black Panther. He's not fun to fight, and he's not fun to have on my team, because he is useless in double support, but, like, oppressive in triple support. Like, I cannot, he's nearly oppressive to the point where he's just not, like, when they buffed him in the most recent update, I genuinely thought about uninstalling the game. But here's the thing about him. Mantis has a reason to do damage. Her kit revolves and relies on you hitting headshots. Ultron has no reason, not a single reason, to do as much damage as she does. The same way, I know I wasn't going to do this, but, like, the same way Kiriko in Overwatch, right? Kiriko can 2-tap you for no reason. It doesn't add to her kit. It doesn't. Kiriko has a loaded kit. Kiriko can 2-tap you for no reason. If she got bonus healing off of it, I would be like, okay, fine. You reward a headshot. Okay, that's okay. I can't get mad at that. But she can do it for no reason. For no reason. Kiriko would not change if you, like, took away some of her damage. She just wouldn't. Mantis, she needs to hit headshots to get leaves. Okay, I can understand that. She needs to be aggressive in play make so she can maximize her healing output. She needs to do that to literally play the game. Ultron, he presses E, his entire team in that circle of healing on that Ultron bot gets healed. And that's all he has to do. And he gets so much value out of it. And I want to state it, I am a Hela main. You go on my account, I'll have like 90 hours on Hela. And the closest character is like 30. I am a Hela main. I love Hela to death. You can call it a skill issue all you want. I still hate it. I hate it. I hate him. And then speaking of Ultron, we can go into the last issue I think most people have. Any healer without a delay fight or / I win fight ultimate is considered trash. Like, Rocket in like season 1 was considered bad because his ultimate didn't heal. It just damage boosted, which was fine. I don't know why they changed it. Same with Jeff. Jeff was a bad healer, not because he couldn't heal a lot. He has some of the best healing output in the game. I'm not calling Jeff a bad healer because of that. I'm calling him a bad healer because whenever he presses Q, no one dies on the enemy team. Everyone dies on your team because, one, he misses his ultimate because no one past platinum gets hit by that, and 2, it leaves you without healing for a unspecified amount of time. It leaves you with either no healing or 1 healer. that's an automatic disadvantage. So when a Jeff player tells me Jeff's good, I'm not saying he is bad because he doesn't heal. I'm not. I'm saying he's bad or was bad because of his ultimate. And again, I think Rocket, personally, I think Rocket's ult should go back to what it was in Season 1. It gives you damage boost, and it also gives you faster cooldowns. The same thing with Mantis, right? I just don't think they had to change it, like, at all. I think it added different value. I just don't think the community could play around Rocket at that time. I still don't think they can. Because you can destroy it and everything, and it's like, no one destroyed the Rocket Amp, even though it was easily one of the better ults in the game in like Season 1, because they didn't know it damage boosted. And I'm like, please, again, I played Hella. Please give Hella a 40% damage boost and like allow it to stay up. That's genius. But this video, that was all I had to talk about in this video. If you want that roll queue video, like, comment, subscribe, because that video will be made, and I don't think people will agree with me, but I don't really care because it's my opinion, right? But aside from that, this video was fun to make. Like, comment, subscribe for a lot more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.